Someone thought they still had control over this. And I mean control over their emotions, control over the timing, control over when they could come back in, control over whether or not you would still be standing there waiting. But with this Four of Pentacles reversed, something slipped. Something slipped out of their hands. And I'm getting very strongly that the thing that slipped was you. They thought you were still emotionally attached. They thought you were still checking. They thought you were still energetically holding a space for them. But something about your energy changed, and they felt it. What is up, guys? It's your tarot reader, and I have a collective reading for you. We're looking into the person who thought you were gone, who panicked, who suddenly realized, wait, this might actually be over. And I want to say this clearly. I'm reading this card symbolically, psychologically. This is not about predicting someone's life. This is about the emotional story underneath the card. Four of Pentacles reversed is someone losing their grip. Upright, this person could have been guarded, closed off, holding back, protecting their pride, protecting their money, protecting their image, protecting whatever little kingdom they built around themselves. But reversed, they cannot hold it together the same way anymore. This is the person who acted like they were fine. They acted like your silence was nothing. They acted like your boundary did not hit them. They acted like, okay, if they want to leave, let them leave. But no. No. No, no. Underneath that mask, this person is panicking because they feel finality. They feel like your hand is no longer reaching back. They feel like your energy is not wrapped around them anymore. And that is terrifying to someone who got comfortable with your presence. I'm getting this person may have delayed. They may have waited too long. They may have thought, I'll fix it later. I'll say something later. I'll choose them later. But your energy is saying, later may not exist anymore. Oh my God. This is why the ring energy is already loud. Because when someone loses control, when they realize they cannot casually keep you anymore, suddenly they start thinking seriously. Commitment, travel, a message, a decision. But let's not jump too fast, because first, this person has to admit they are scared. And with this Seven of Pentacles reversed coming through, I'm telling you, this fear is not small. Because Seven of Pentacles upright is patience, waiting, watching something grow, wondering, is this worth it? Is this going somewhere? Is this going to pay off? But reversed, somebody is realizing they may have waited on the wrong thing for too long. They may have waited on their pride to calm down. They may have waited on the perfect timing. They may have waited for you to break first. They may have waited for you to send the first message, soften first, forgive first, make it easier for them. And now they're looking at the field like, wait, where did they go? Because the thing about Seven of Pentacles reversed is that it carries this energy of wasted time, delayed effort, investment that was not honored when it needed to be honored. And I feel like this person is having that very uncomfortable moment where they are realizing they did not just lose access to your attention. They lost access to your patience. That is different, because your attention can come and go. You can think about someone and still not move toward them. You can miss someone and still choose peace. But patience? Patience is that deeper part of you that says, I still believe there is something here worth waiting for. And I'm getting that this person felt that from you for a long time. They felt that you were still emotionally available in the background. They felt that even if you were quiet, there was still a door cracked open. They felt that even if you pulled back, your heart was still somewhere near them. But now? No. No, no, no. Now your energy feels like someone who stopped standing in the field waiting for the fruit to grow. You looked at the tree. You looked at the silence. You looked at the delay. You looked at the lack of consistency. And something in you said, I cannot keep watering potential. Oh my God. That is what scared them. Not just that you are gone. but that you are no longer emotionally investing in who they could become. They confused your patience with permission. They confused your silence with weakness. They confused your love with something they could return to whenever they finally felt ready. And now they are realizing love does not stay open forever when it is left unattended. This is where the panic gets real. Because missing you was one thing, but realizing someone else could love you better. That is what pushes this person toward a decision they did not think they were ready to make. And now we have the Ten of Wands reversed. Oh, see, this is exactly what I'm talking about, because Ten of Wands upright is pressure, burden, carrying too much, trying to keep moving even when something is heavy. And this person may have carried their pride like it was responsibility. They may have carried their silence like it was strength. They may have carried this attitude of, I'm fine. I don't need to say anything. I don't need to fix anything right now. I can hold this off. But reversed? That weight is dropping, and not in a peaceful way. This feels like somebody suddenly realizing, I cannot keep pretending this is not affecting me. They thought later was safe. They thought silence was neutral. They thought your heart would still be open. They thought time was just sitting there, waiting for them to finally become brave enough, honest enough, serious enough. But time was not waiting. Time was moving. You were moving. Your energy was moving. And now they are feeling the distance that they created. For some of you, this distance can be physical. There may be actual travel energy here, actual miles ants, actual plans, actual movement. Someone looking at flights, looking at timing, looking at how far away you feel from them now. But for a lot of you, this is emotional distance. And emotional distance can be louder than geography. Because you can be in the same city and feel like someone is 1,000 miles away from you when their heart is no longer reaching. That is what they are feeling. They feel like you are not chasing. You are not begging. You are not trying to decode their silences anymore. You are not sitting there wondering, are they coming back? Are they thinking about me? Are they going to choose me? No, your energy feels like someone who got tired of carrying the connection by themselves. And with Ten of Wands reversed, this is you putting the burden down, the emotional labor, the waiting, the over-explaining. The trying to understand someone who would not just be clear with you. And now, because you are not carrying it, they have to feel the full weight of what they left unattended. That is why the timeline feels like it is turning against them. Because before, they could delay and still feel your energy there. Now they delay, and it feels like losing you faster. And I'm telling you, this is where something shifts in their mind very quickly. Very quickly. Because the same person who was avoiding the decision is now looking at commitment like it might be the only thing serious enough to stop you from walking all the way out. And then look what comes out. Page of Swords. So now we are in the mind. Now we are in the observing. Now we are in the, let me see what they're doing. Let me figure out if I still have a chance. Let me read between every line, because I don't know where I stand anymore. And that is important. The Page of Swords is not always someone taking action immediately. Sometimes this is the person who is watching before they speak, thinking before they move, gathering information because their nervous system is telling them, something changed. And what changed is you. They can feel that the old version of you is not responding to the old version of them. So when I talk about this ring energy, I want to be very clear. For some people, yes, that can be literal. That can be proposal energy. That can be somebody thinking about marriage, a ring, a serious offer, something physical that represents, I am not playing anymore. But symbolically, a ring is permanence. A ring is choosing openly. A ring is making something undeniable. A ring is, I cannot keep hiding behind confusion and still expect to keep access to you. This is not casual anymore. This is not let me see what happens energy. This is I could lose them for real energy. And that is why the Page of Swords feels so sharp here. Because this person's thoughts are moving faster than their pride can control. They are looking at what they used to avoid. They are studying the silence now. Before, they ignored the silence because they thought. Your silence meant you were hurt. Now they are studying the silence because it feels peaceful. And peace scares someone who expected you to stay emotionally disturbed over them. Oh my God. They may be checking something. They may be asking around without making it obvious. They may be looking at your page, looking at your energy, looking at the way you are speaking, moving, posting, not posting. But underneath all of that observation is one question. Are they still mine in any way? Not possession, not control, but emotionally. Do they still have a place in your heart? Do they still have time? Do they still have a doorway? Because this person used to withhold and assume the connection would survive it. They used to delay and assume your love would translate it. They used to act unbothered and assume you would still feel everything for both of you. But now their mind is catching up to what your heart already accepted. Something has to become real. Something has to be said. Something has to be chosen. And I'm telling you, this panic did not come from nowhere. There is something they saw. Something they heard. Something they sensed in your energy that made them realize this is not the same connection they left. Sitting on pause. And now we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. This is the timeline. This is the moment where somebody realizes, I may not be able to turn this back the way I thought I could. Because Wheel of Fortune upright is movement, cycles, timing, things turning, a shift in the story. But reversed? This feels like someone trying to rewind something that has already moved forward. And that is exactly the panic. They thought they could pause you. They thought they could leave this connection sitting in the same emotional place and come back to it when they were ready. But your life kept moving. Your energy kept moving. Your heart kept learning how to exist without waiting for their next move. And I'm getting the trigger was something very simple, but it hit them hard. Maybe you stopped checking. Maybe you stopped reacting. Maybe you stopped giving those little emotional signals that used to tell them, I'm still here. Maybe you stopped posting from pain. Maybe your silence stopped feeling sad and started feeling private. Maybe you looked happier. Maybe you looked lighter. Maybe you went somewhere, traveled somewhere, started making plans, started speaking differently, started showing up like a person who was not arranging their life around whether this person returned. And that right there, that scared them more than your sadness ever did. Because when you were hurt, they could still tell themselves you cared. When you were upset, they could still feel important. When you were emotional, they could still believe they had some kind of hold on you. But peace? Peace feels like departure. Peace feels like I have accepted what you would not say. Peace feels like I am no longer waiting for you to become honest. And with the wheel reversed, this person is realizing the cycle is not bending around their avoidance anymore. Before, maybe things repeated. They pulled back, you felt it. They went silent, you wondered. They delayed, you waited. They came in with a little bit of energy, and the whole wheel started turning again. But not now. No, no, no. Now the wheel is stuck for them because you are not pushing it. You are not feeding the cycle with your anxiety. You are not giving them proof that they can still affect your entire emotional world. And I feel like they saw something or sensed something that made them go cold for a second. Like, wait. They're not looking back. And the part that really gets them. It may not just be that they are losing you. It may be that someone else is already seeing what they were too careless to protect. And now we have the devil reversed. Yeah, that makes sense. Because this is not jealousy in the shallow way. This is not just, oh, I don't want anyone else to have you. No. The devil reversed is someone realizing the hold is breaking. The attachment pattern is breaking. The old energetic contract is breaking. And I'm saying that symbolically, psychologically. This is that moment where someone can feel that the dynamic they relied on is no longer working the same way. Because for a while, they may have thought they knew how to pull you back in. They knew what silence would do. They knew what a little breadcrumb would do. They knew what an almost apology would do. They knew how to create just enough emotional confusion for you to stay connected, even if they were not giving you anything stable. But with the devil reversed, you are not as easy to hook anymore. Oh my God, that is the part they feel. You did not even have to announce a new beginning. Your nervous system announced it. Your calm announced it. Your confidence announced it. Your silence announced it. You started feeling less available to the chaos, less available to the waiting, less available to the version of them that only knew how to keep you emotionally activated, but not emotionally safe. And that is where the jealousy comes in. Because they can feel your energy becoming visible again, magnetic again, peaceful again, attractive again, but not in a way that is performing for them. That's the thing. You're not glowing so they can notice. You're glowing because something heavy detached from you. And now they are realizing other people can see that too. Other people can feel that too. Someone else may see your softness and not take advantage of it. Someone else may see your loyalty and not test it. Someone else may see your heart and not make you beg to be chosen. And that thought bothers them. Because this person once thought they were the only one who could affect you like that. The only one who could move your heart. The only one who could make you pause. The only one whose absence could change the whole temperature of your day. But now they are realizing you have options. Emotional options. Romantic options. Personal options. The option to be happy without them. And sometimes that is the option that scares a person the most. Not another lover. Not another conversation, not another name, but your freedom. Because this jealousy is exposing something deeper. They are finally looking at the truth of what they failed to protect. And with this Three of Swords reversed, that truth is not comfortable. Because Three of Swords upright is the wound, the disappointment, the words that cut, the silence that hurt more than an argument would have. But reversed, this is somebody having to pull the sword back out and actually look at what happened. Not just what they felt, not just what they wanted, not just how uncomfortable it was for them, but what they did to you emotionally by not showing up correctly. And I feel like this person is replaying things now. Moments where you needed clarity and they gave you distance. Moments where you needed honesty and they gave you ego. Moments where you needed reassurance and they acted like your feelings were too much. They may be remembering conversations they avoided, messages they left unanswered, times where they knew you were hurting, but they told themselves, "I'll deal with it later." There's that later again. Oh my God. Later became the hiding place. Later became the excuse. Later became the little room where they put every hard conversation they did not want to have. And now that room is full. Now everything they avoided is staring back at them. Because this is not just someone missing the comfort of you. No, this is someone realizing there was a cost to being emotionally immature. There was a cost to acting unbothered. There was a cost to making you carry the emotional weight while they protected their pride. And I'm getting that very strongly. They protected their ego so hard that they left the connection unprotected. They protected their image. They protected their fear. They protected their need to seem in control. But they did not protect your heart. They did not protect the trust. They did not protect the softness that you were still trying to bring into this connection, even after being disappointed. And with Three of Swords reversed, there is this painful awareness that you may have already started healing from the very thing they are only now ready to address. That is what scares them. Because they are arriving at accountability while you may be arriving at acceptance. And acceptance does not beg. Acceptance does not chase. Acceptance does not sit by the phone, trying to convince someone to understand what they already should have cared about. So now they know a simple message may not be enough. A hey may not be enough. An apology without action may not be enough. And that is why I'm telling you, the next move feels bigger than just words. This person may feel like they have to show up in a way you can actually see. And now we have Queen of Wands reversed. Oh my God. See, this is where the confidence drops, because Queen of Wands upright is magnetic, warm, seen, desired, confident. The person who walks into a room and does not have to beg for attention because their energy already speaks. But reversed? This feels like someone realizing they no longer know how to approach your fire. They used to think they understood you. They used to think they knew what would soften you, what would make you respond, what would make you open the door again. But now your energy feels different, not cold, different. And that is important, because I do not feel like you became cruel. I do not feel like you became bitter. I feel like you became harder to access without respect. That is the difference, and this person can feel that. They can feel that a casual message may not land the same way. They can feel that a random "I miss you" may not unlock the same part of you. They can feel that if they come in with the old energy, you may look at it and say, I already know this pattern. So now they are thinking bigger. They know a text may not be enough. They know an apology may not be enough. They know they may have to show you. And that is where the travel energy comes back in. For some of you, this could be literal distance. Somebody wanting to come see you. Somebody looking at plans, timing, tickets, a drive, a flight. A way to close the space between where they are and where you are. For others, this is emotional travel. This is someone finally crossing the distance of their own pride. Finally moving from silence into confession. Finally moving from passive energy into, I have to do something before this becomes permanent. Because before, this person was still, too still. They sat on their feelings, sat on the truth, sat on the conversation, sat on the decision. But now the stillness feels dangerous. Now doing nothing feels like a choice. Now waiting feels like losing. And with Queen of Wands reversed, I feel like they are intimidated by the version of you they created through their absence. Because you became more self-contained, more aware, more protective of your energy. And they may be asking themselves, if I show up now, will they even look at me the same? That is the fear, not the flight, not the message, not the confession. The scariest part is arriving and realizing your heart may not be standing at the gate anymore. And now we have the Seven of Wands. So there it is. There is your boundary. There is the part of you that says, I am not just opening the door because you finally got scared. Because Seven of Wands is defense, protection, standing your ground, holding your position when pressure comes toward you. And this is the power reversal. Because this person used to control the distance. They used to decide when the energy got close and when it pulled away. They used to decide when the conversation happened, when the silence happened, when the emotional access opened back up. But now? Now they are the ones standing outside of your certainty. They do not know if you will answer. They do not know if you will forgive. They do not know if you will trust them. They do not know if you will listen long enough for them to explain what they should have explained a long time ago. And that is terrifying for someone who got used to you being emotionally reachable. Because Seven of Wands is not anger for the sake of anger. No. This is not you needing to yell. This is not you needing to prove a point. This is not you needing to perform pain so they finally understand that they hurt you. Your peace is the boundary. Your calm is the boundary. Your ability to say less is the boundary. And I feel like that is what they are facing now. They are not just facing your rejection. They are facing your self-respect. Oh my God. And those are not the same thing. Because rejection can be emotional. It can be reactive. It can come from hurt. But self-respect? Self-respect says, I can love you and still not lower the standard. Self-respect says, I can hear you and still need consistency. Self-respect says, I can miss what we had and still not return to what broke me. That is the energy they are walking into. Now they have to come correct. Now they have to be honest. Now they have to risk something. They cannot hide behind little hints. They cannot test the waters with half effort. They cannot throw one emotional sentence into the air and expect you to build the whole bridge again. No, no, no! If they come forward now, they are coming towards someone who has learned how to stand in their own energy. And that is why their fear is so strong. Because your healing may have outgrown the version of the connection they were planning to return to. Whatever happens next, you are not the same person they left waiting. And now we have the Five of Pentacles reversed. Wow, that is the closing right there. Because Five of Pentacles upright is feeling shut out, feeling left outside, feeling like someone is on the other side of the door, and you do not know if they are ever going to open it. But reversed, this is the awareness that someone wants back in. Someone wants to come out of the cold. Someone wants to repair the feeling of abandonment, distance, loss, disconnection. But here is the thing. They are not the only one coming out of the cold. You are too. And that is the part that makes this reading feel so complete to me. Because for a while, you may have been the one standing outside of their emotional door, wondering why they would not let you in all the way. Wondering why you could feel something so strongly, but still not receive the security, the clarity, the consistency. And now? Now the roles have shifted. They are the one feeling the absence. They are the one feeling the locked door. They are the one realizing that when they left you emotionally unsupported, they also taught you how to survive without leaning on them. Oh my God. That is the real transformation. Not just that they are panicking. Not just that they are thinking about a ring, a commitment, a message, a flight, a serious conversation, a real-world gesture. Yes, that energy is here. Yes, somebody may want to come forward in a way that feels bigger than what they have done before. But the deeper message is this. You are no longer choosing from longing. You are choosing from wholeness. You are not sitting in the cold, begging for warmth anymore. You are not emotionally held hostage by potential. You are not arranging your entire nervous system around someone else's timing, someone else's fear, someone else's readiness. And if this person comes in now, they are not meeting the version of you who would accept crumbs just because they came from familiar hands. No, they are meeting the version of you who knows the difference between being missed and being chosen. The difference between panic and commitment. The difference between a dramatic return and a real change. And that is why this ending feels powerful. Because maybe they do buy the ring. Maybe they do book the flight. Maybe they do send the message. Maybe they do finally say the thing they were too proud to say. But the plot twist is not that they got scared when they thought you were gone. The plot twist is that you finally became unavailable to being taken for granted.